What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast. This is Abe, your host. It is June 7th, 2025. It's Saturday, so it's the Sabbath for some of you people, the tiny hat people. Saturn worshippers. Saturn Day. Tomorrow's Sunday, Horus, Jesus. So, I'm off today, and just a little... Okay, why am I blasting Legend of Zelda 2 theme song, if you didn't know what that was? I finally got it in the mail. Got the little gray cart, man. So I am going to do a game review on it. I played it, I tested it, it works. So I'm excited to play that. I'm currently playing Legend of Zelda... Oracle of Ages and Zelda Link to the Past, which I'm not gonna lie, man, I'm about to give up on that game. I'm stuck on a boss. I've tried him like a billion times and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And it's not just me. I've watched videos and looked at comment sections and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? But anyways, I do have a Zelda playlist. Go check it out. I've been keeping you up to date with that. I am still doing video game reviews, but Zelda games are long games, dude. So, if you've noticed, my video game reviews have not been as frequent because I'm stuck on these games, if not playing these games for a long period of time. They're action-adventure RPGs, Today I was off, so I went shopping. I got some soda pop, because it's better than beer, and I'm drinking like a shit ton less alcohol than I used to. I used to drink probably like at least a 6-pack of beer a day, and now I'm kind of just a weekend warrior, so I'm doing better than what I was doing. I'm still not perfect. I'm a friend of Bill, you guys know. But I am off today. I did some shopping. Got some soap that was on sale, some natural soap for my wife. She collects soaps. And got some office supplies for my work that was on sale. So I swung by my work, dropped it off. I got some chores to do around the house. I'm going to do laundry, weed eat the front lawn. Maybe talk to my buddy later. Yeah, just keep myself busy, dishes, chores, bitch work. So, this episode today, I am a podcaster, obviously, but I am a huge consumer of podcasts. Not as big as I used to be, because I used to work at this place called Kroger. Why am I speaking like that? This place called Kroger, like you guys don't know what Kroger is. And I used to listen to podcasts like the entire shift, 8 hours a day. Now I sadly only get to listen to it maybe like 1 or 2 hours a day at work, which sucks. It drives me nuts. But it's cool. I love my current job a lot better than Kroger. Hence why I bought office supplies for them today. So I'm pretty much all caught up on Tinfoil Hat and Broken Simulation. It took me a minute because I had a shit ton of episodes to get through. And these are more recent episodes. And you guys know me. Sam Tripoli to me is like, I don't want to use the term idol because I don't have idols, But he is to me like a personal hero of mine. And people can go, oh, well, you've never met the guy. He's probably actually a piece of shit. I met him and talked to him. Dude, Sam Tripoli is the dude. In real life, he's the dude that he is on the podcast. It's the same fucking guy. And the reason, I did a 2-part series of famous people I've met. Go check it out. It's a bunch of different famous people I've met. And I tell a story about Doyle, who was like one of my heroes. He was the guitarist for the Misfits. I looked up to this guy, dude, and met him. He is a fucking asshole, dude. Like, yeah, he's a dick. Like, wish I would have never met him. And the sad thing is my wife paid like $150, you know, her hard-earned money for me to meet him, and him to just be a piece of shit. Go check that episode out. That was one of my biggest disappointments of my life. Like, I still love the Misfits, but Doyle's an idiot. Sam Tripoli has been going through the ringer. So, first of all, I love the conspiracy community. I really do. Like, I will never stop being a conspiracy theorist, even if I'm like ostracized from the community, which it's really hard to do. Our community is so divided into subgroups and shit. I will never be ostracized from this community. For one, I was born into it. I feel like I'm honestly a prince of conspiracy. I was born into a conspiracy theorist family. And so it's like, you can't kick me out. Like, I was born into this shit. It's in my blood, dude. But like, it is so divided, dude. Like, it is, to me, it's almost like a lifestyle, a culture, almost a religion. And I was born into the shit. It's like a cult. Sure. Cult. Sure. And don't get scared by the word cult, but it's true. It's not a bad word. And I'm a proud member of it. I wear my tinfoil hat proudly. But dude, our community is so fucking toxic. And because we are so open arms and loving, well, some of us are. We accept everyone. Gabba gabba, we accept you, one of us. You know what I mean? So we do let in some crazies, man. So there's a conspiracy theory that Sam Tripoli is trans. Go Google image Sam Tripoli. I'm sorry, dude. First of all, that they say because his shoulders slope. So, okay, now I'm not trans. Now I'm trans. Do my shoulders slope? I mean, I'm borderline hermaphroditic anyways. I've told you guys that shit. That they thought I was a girl for the longest time. Why would it matter anyways? That's one thing that I hate about this. Like, I talked about it a couple episodes ago, 2 episodes ago, about Macron's wife being a man. I'm like, hey, that shit don't bother me. I love Blair White. Blair White's awesome. To me, she's an amazing addition to the conspiracy community. We need more trans people in the conspiracy community. In my personal opinion, we need it to become a melting pot. So the trans shit don't bother me. I did an episode, Zelda is a tranny. Go check that episode out if you really want to know how I feel about trans people. So even if Sam Tripoli was trans, if Sam Tripoli, like, behind closed doors, pulled me into a dark room and said, hey, I'm trans, I'd go, cool, don't give a fuck, still love you anyways. There's a huge, and it comes from the Christian right-wing, Christian nationalist. If you're Christian and open-minded, that's cool, but there's a lot of transphobia, homophobia in the conspiracy community, and it's sad too, because it's like, those are good souls who, their minds are being open, but our community is so transphobic and homophobic that we're pushing out good soldiers, you know. So, and I'm sorry, I don't think Sam Tripoli is transphobic. So, but he's been under some fire lately, so let me get into the next subject. Which, dude, everyone in our community is under fire at some point. I'm glad. Sometimes I thought about it while I was driving here today, back home, after grocery shopping and stopping by my job. I was like, dude, I bitch about I do bitch, and I feel I have the right to. I've been in the conspiracy podcast community for a decade, almost a decade, and sometimes I'm jealous of other content creators, I'm not gonna lie. And sometimes, because it's like, I want this to be my career. You know, I want to wake up in the morning and podcast all day. I want to be the next Alex Jones, Art Bell, you know, Sam Tripoli. That's what he does. That's why he has a billion podcasts. I want to wake up in the morning and hop behind the mic as much as possible, because I love doing this. I feel that God put me here, but like, at the same time, I do count my blessings, and it's that old phrase, be careful what you wish for, because if I was bigger, dude, I would be under so much fucking fire. For one, I'm a punk, so I look satanic. My spirit animal is a white rabbit, which has apparently been tied into adrenochrome now, so that's bad. Everything I do is bad and evil, you know what I mean? To, like, the right-wing Christian conspiracy theorists. So it's like, I know I would be the black sheep, you know? But, so, another accusation against Sam Tripoli is, I might be facetious and name this channel, or this episode, Sam Tripoli Exposed, you know? Is, I'll never forget this, and I don't think I've ever talked about it on this channel, but there was Sam was talking about it. People were blowing up. It was either his Facebook account or one of his social media accounts, because there's an old picture of him. He was throwing up a rock on. This was like early Sam Tripoli. I'm talking like way back in the day, back when he did like the Naughty Show. So he was doing like a rock on, you know, Ronnie James Dio, rock on. He probably didn't even know that meant Hail Satan back then. This is how far back it was. And he was wearing a Slayer t-shirt with a pentagram on it. And so he's wearing a Slayer t-shirt. Oh, and eating a slice of pizza. He was literally at a pizza restaurant. And people went, devil horns? Pentagram Slayer t-shirt, slice of pizza. He's part of Pizzagate. Like, he's a satanic pedophile. And I'm like, dude, it just made me realize how fucking stupid people are in our community. And I'm sorry if it pisses you off, but not okay. Everything is a conspiracy to an extent, but I keep telling people, man, you got to fucking blue pill sometimes and just, not even blue pill, but just chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out. So, like, I was going to wear a Misfits t-shirt today. It is a Sam Tripoli t-shirt, but I was going to wear a Misfits t-shirt today, and I didn't plan this. I was just listening to podcasts while I was running and gunning, and I'm like, okay, I need to talk about this shit. So, I love pizza. I did a pizza review, you know. Is that going to be held against me because I eat pizza? Misfits? I love the Misfits. One of my favorite bands is 6 Feet Under. They're satanic as fuck, dude. They're not Satanist, but the dude hates Christianity, the lead singer. One of his lyrics is, choke on your fucking cross, motherfucker. I hope your soul is lost forever. And as someone who went through Christian abuse, you know, I'm like, dude, I feel that line. I'm like driving like, fuck yeah. Choke on your fucking cross, motherfucker. I hope your soul is lost forever. You know, sorry. I feel that, you know. But they had a guest on recently, and let's get into it. This is one of the most recent things. Well, no. Let's jump back. Let's go into... They have this... There's a TikToker. And this is what gets me. So, I'm not saying that the conspiracy community is retarded. But there are a lot of retarded people in this community. And by the way, before anyone goes, oh, you can't use that word, I was special ed, motherfucker, so I can say retard all I want. I can say faggot all I want. I've done gay shit. Like, get over it. People live their lives, you know. And it's just a word anyways. What was I saying now? Oh. When I say that people are retarded, this is my conspiracy theory. So, Sam never mentioned who it was, and I know who it is. I don't know his name, because I could care less, but I know his face, and I know the type of content he puts out. You guys know my opinion on TikTok. Like, yeah, there's a lot of awesome info, like real quick put out there, that can be expanded on for a podcast. So it is a very good source. I'm not going to download it because it's Chinese spyware, but there's this dude, and he's making his rounds, and he's blowing the fuck up. And this dude, I'll say this. So there is a comedy style called trolling. So don't think I fell for this. If this is what this dude is doing. If this is what he's doing. If he's a troll, because he always does end his TikTok by saying, this is satire. Because even Sam and his co-host Johnny were like, is this guy fucking with us? He always says it's satire, but I have to like post videos and always remind people, hey, this is entertainment, wink wink. And people go, oh, they think that's a bad thing in the conspiracy community. It's like, no, I'm trying to get past the censors and algorithm and AI, so that way if I say, hey, this is all a joke, you know I'm telling you the fucking truth, but I'm just dodging the AI. Do you fucking get it now? So like, this episode is just entertainment. But like, this guy believes that Sam Tripoli is Sir Francis Bacon. So, like, he's kind of like, because there's a lot of theories that Sir Francis Bacon is also Count Saint Germain. I'm going to do a whole episode on Count Saint Germain because I actually believe in Count Saint Germain. I think it's true. It's one of the few cases I've kept up with where I'm like, dude, I think I believe this shit. But they think that Sam Tripoli is Sir Francis Bacon, a.k.a. William Shakespeare. So Sam Tripoli wrote the Bible, wrote Romeo and Juliet. He's Sir Francis Bacon, is what this guy believes, because they look similar. A painting of Sir Francis Bacon looks like Sam Tripoli. And Sam Tripoli, I love it to death, because Sam Tripoli, and I love him to death. He's a sweetheart. But he's like, he literally says, dude, I'm illiterate as fuck. He stutters. He forgets words. He's a burnout. He used to be a cokehead. He's a sex addict. Like, he's super punk rock, dude. So it's just funny to me. And it's not an act, dude. It's not an act. I've met the dude. I'm like, nah, he's the real deal. But yeah, apparently, when I told my wife this conspiracy, she's like, no fucking way. I'm like, yeah, dude, people think that Sam Tripoli is like an immortal vampire Sir Francis Bacon. But Sam made a good point. He's been accused also of being a Freemason. And he's not wrong. So I told you guys that, like, unofficially, I know the knowledge of a third-degree Master Mason because I've studied enough and I've got to see enough of the documents. I've got the documents. That, like, unofficially, if I jumped in now, I would get up to Master Mason in 2 seconds. Because of the shit I know. It would be like a Crowley story. Like, Crowley got bumped up to 33rd in 2 seconds because he had went to so many mystery schools, secret societies and shit. I'm not that good. You know, I'm a magician, but I'm not like a master magician like him. Sam Tripoli made a good point, though. He's like, dude, if I was a Freemason, you would know. Because every Freemason tells you they're Freemasons. And he's not fucking wrong, dude. Masonry is almost like a joke at this point. Like, I've done tons of episodes on Masonry. And I told you guys what I think about it. Like, I'm not anti-Mason because honestly, they are so low down the pyramid. There's like deeper shit like OTO or fucking Skull and Bones. And even then, like, if you know their name, there's darker shit than that. Go look into, I think it's Mothers of Darkness. Go look into that shit. First of all, in the Black Forest and their little castle, it is so dark, you can barely find information on it. So when you know that you're barely finding info on it, that's when you know you're close to something, to the truth. Go look into like Mothers of Darkness or Sabbatean Frankism. Go check that shit out. That's who I believe run the world, is Sabbatean Frankists, dude. They pretend they're Jews. They pretend they're Muslims. They pretend they're Christians. But I think Aleister Crowley was a Sabbatean Frankist. I really do. So he's like, dude, if I was a Mason, I'd tell you. And he's not wrong because, dude, as someone who was born and raised in a Mason family, like my Uncle Larry was a Mason, 33rd degree, in Prince Hall. He was black. My father was a Mason. My oldest brother was a Mason. My grandfather was a Mason. Like, I come from a Masonic, not Masonic, Sonic the Hedgehog, bloodline, dude. And he's not wrong. They put bumper stickers on their car with the scale and the G, Grand Architect, you know. They wear the rings, they wear the necklaces, they have ball caps. I literally, one day I'm going to have to show you. I need to go find it. It's in my storage unit. I have a Masonic ordering catalog. They put that big G on everything. They love bragging that they're a Mason, dude. Masons don't hide that they're Masons. They really don't. Because why would you? Cops don't pull you over when you have that bumper sticker. Unless they're a Mason and just want to check and see if you're one too. Which they have little codes. I told you the story about how my car broke down and my ex-wife had a white sweater in the back of the car and I put it on the roof because I had to get my tools out. Immediately, 2 seconds, 2 or 3 Masons pulled up. What's wrong? What's wrong, brother? And I'm like, changing a tire. I thought it was weird. I didn't know that was Masonic code of like SOS, help. And it was so weird. I didn't know. I was young. I was like 16 years old. I just put a white sweater on the top of my car. Code right there. You wouldn't know it. How many times have you driven past someone? And once I found that shit out, I would see a car that's broken down and see a white sweater or sweatshirt, some white garment on top of it, and I'd go, oh, boo boo, boo boo, look. And she's like, I know, you told me. And I'm like, Masons. They talking to each other. You wouldn't even know. Or like one headlight out, shit like that, dude. Crazy shit. Let's get into the last part and I will finish this episode up. Sorry, I had to pee real quick. This one might go a little long. I don't mind going a little long. So, this wasn't the last episode, but it was like the episode before, maybe. I don't know. The guest that they had on Tinfoil Hat was 7 C's. And it's 7 S-E-E-S. So, first of all, this guy comes in like a machine gun, guns ablazing, shots fired on everyone. And you guys know me. If you really want... I'm talking shit today because if this motherfucker talks shit, I'm going to talk shit on him. Oh. Before I get on to 7 C's, though. The last dude who was calling Sir Francis Bacon... This guy might actually be like Andy Kaufman level, like trolling. Go check out Andy Kaufman. He basically was the inventor of trolling, in my opinion. He was such a troll His daughter literally never knew when she was speaking to her actual father because he was that much in character. He could not get out of character. They did a whole movie on it with Jim Carrey. I know, Illuminati confirmed, whatever. It's a true story, though, about Andy Kaufman. He could not stop trolling. It was almost like a compulsion. Like, his wife didn't know who he actually was. His daughter didn't know who he actually was. Like, he was such a troll that to this day, there's people that think that he trolled his own death because he was that crazy of a comedian. So this guy might be like Andy Kaufman level, like comedy, which is golden. If he's doing that, then props to you, man. Because a lot of conspiracy theorists, they're so fucking retarded. And I'm saying that as one. But they don't understand the concept of like trolling. Like, I struggle with it, dude, because I'm very facetious and I'm very deadpan humor. And it took my wife like years to get used to me. Like, I would say some crazy fucked up shit and not smile. But it'd be like a good punchline and she'd go, okay, he's fucking with me. You know what I mean? But I'd be like, no, for real. You know? I'd fuck with her. Now she just laughs and goes, leave me alone, shut up, I already know you're trolling me. I just love that type of humor. So this guy could be fucking like Andy Kaufman level. But this 7 Seas guy, I just finished the episode. And props to Johnny, dude. Because Sam, they always do a recap. And I know Sam he is a busy guy. He's got like 1 billion podcasts and shit. And he's always traveling. So like, I'm sure he had to either, 1, he had to go pee. Or 2, he had to get the fuck out of there to do something. But Johnny, props to him, man. Because he's like, nah, bruh. This dude came in here. Well, that alarm's not set on the right time. I gotta fix that shit. Technical difficulties. Johnny was like, because they always do a recap, what do you guys think about the episode? And Sam was trying to play it cool and play nice. And I get it. This dude came in guns a-blazing, and Sam just was kind of either wanting to get out of there, or 2, he's like, Sam is on a spiritual journey, dude, and he's been saying that for a minute. He converted to Christianity, I think, like 1 or 2 years ago, and he really is. He's making me proud, dude. Like, he's like quit pornography. You know, he has relapses, but like, he's a friend of Bill. He's like, quit pornography, he's quit alcohol, quit cocaine. Like, he's like, he even literally says, like, dude, I've quit everything in my life, and the only thing I have left is coffee, and people are telling me coffee's bad. I need to quit coffee too. And like, he's literally, I hear like his regimen that he does like daily. Like, one of the things is he's starting to, a new thing that he said he's going to start doing is putting his phone down at 9 p.m. No phone, 9 p.m. till the sun rises. I'm like, that's hardcore shit. I don't know about you, and he calls it like a cyber detox or something. But this dude 7 Seas came in guns a-blazing. So apparently there's a company. I don't know too much about it. It's called the Wellness Company. It's like a medical company. Dude, he just literally comes in with a gigantic list and says all these people are CIA connected. Like, they're basically, he basically says they're shills and don't trust them. And yeah, they fucking suck. Like, Dr. Drew was one. That kind of pissed me off because I would not be doing podcasting right now without Dr. Drew. You're going to hate this one. Howard Stern, Art Bell, Joe Rogan, William Cooper. Yeah, with like Bob and Tom. Without Bob and Tom, and let's just keep it, well, actually, Yeah, Joe Rogan doesn't count. He's what got me into podcasting, but talk radio is podcasting. We all fucking know that. Who got me into talk radio was fucking Howard Stern. I know. Judge me all you want. You gotta admit, old Stern was awesome. Loveline and Art Bell. Those three right there. I would not be a podcaster without Art Bell, Loveline, Dr. Drew, and Howard Stern. And Bob and Tom. If you know who Bob and Tom is, they're a talk radio morning. Without those four talk radio, I would not be here. So when he hit on Dr. Drew, I was like, nah, homie. Like, I don't know, that pissed me off. Mel K, he says that she's Illuminati because she has a sponsor with the wellness company. My thing with Mel K, okay, I love Mel K. I believe that, like, half the information she puts out is good and half of it is shit, but I don't think it's her fault. I don't know if she still is, but she used to be a Q-tard. And the reason why I think I'm so forgiving is I used to be a Q-tard. I used to put that shit out there. Go check out my older shit. I was a Q-tard. But what got me with Mel K was, and it's already out there, so I'm not like blowing the lid on this, and I'm not shaming her in any form of way. She used to be an adult entertainer. She's done pornography. And she went on this dude. Ooh, I remember his name now. I hate this mother. Oh no, I said I wouldn't use that word anymore. I greatly dislike this motherfucker. So he basically dead named her. And it was a setup. He was hanging out. He's a fucking idiot. His name is Charlie Ward. He is like toxic as hell in this community. He believes, for one, in reptilians, which I think is fucking retarded. Like, I believe in reptilians, but he believes, like, they, like, unzip themselves, like, and become lizards and I don't know, just crazy shit. Like, old school David Icke shit. It's not the... So he, like, tied the whole David Icke reptilian shit in with QAnon. He's a Q-tard. His name's Charlie Ward. And him and, like, two other guys were, like, doing a podcast together, and they invited Mel K on it. Mel's a sweetheart, dude. If you've ever listened to her, she's fucking sweet. And I guess in her younger days, she did pornography, and it is out there. And as soon as she comes on, she's like, hey, guys, you know, how are you all? And they're like, oh, we're good now that you're here. And she's like, okay, like, how's y'all's day going? And they're like, oh, we did our research on you, you know. And she's like, uh-oh, like, she knows where it's going. And they're like, yeah, we watched your video. We were doing all sorts of research on you. And they found her porno that she was in, and it just pissed me off. And the whole time, like, it was awkward. I think she left early or something. I'm like, wow, Charlie Ward is a piece of shit. He's like this bald, sweaty QAnon guy. Yeah. So I love Mel K, and I feel bad for her. And I think she has, like, denounced the whole QAnon shit like me. Like, hey, I fell for something. I denounce it now, you know. I don't know. I like Mel K, so that hurt me when this guy was shots fired at her. And a lot of people don't know that story, but it pisses me off. X22, I ain't gonna lie, that's the only one that this guy that mentioned X22. I was like, dude, I'm kind of cool with you doing shots fired on him, because he was like the biggest distributor of the QAnon psyop. And apparently, I haven't listened to it. I need to listen to Eddie Bravo, because he's a huge fan of X22. And I love Eddie Bravo. He's cool as fuck. Look into it. But X22 like was a huge QAnon guy. And apparently, like, even after QAnon has been debunked and all the shit, and he's been wrong so many times, like, apparently he's still out there just broadcasting and like still got a huge following. So I want to tune in honestly and be like, so now that QAnon is like done with, like pretty much debunked, like are you still a Q-tard, or have you apologized and been like, hey, I'm wrong? Kind of like what I've done, like, hey, I was wrong about that shit. You know, I fall for psyops too sometimes. Or I'm just curious about the state of X-22. So when he did do shots fired on him, I'm like, okay, I'll accept his death, you know. This guy's coming in, like 5 or 6 people get shot, and he shoots that one guy, and I'm like, okay, that one's cool. Everybody else, though, dick move. Sorry. But, I don't know, I'm going to wrap it up there, though. So, what did we learn today? Sam Tripoli is Sir Francis Bacon, so he's a vampire, who's super literate now. He wrote Romeo and Juliet. He wrote the Holy Bible. He's also trans, though. So he's Sir Francis Bacon, but he's also trans. He is connected with Pizzagate because he ate a slice of pizza while wearing a Slayer t-shirt. So, Illuminati confirmed. I'm being facetious, by the way, for all the retards listening. Oh, by the way, the guy who said he was Sir Francis Bacon believes that Jimi Hendrix is Morgan Freeman. I'm sorry. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah. And 7 Seas. Go listen to the episode, dude. That guy fucking blows. But I do love, though, that Sam tried to slide out the door at the recap of the episode going, I don't want to talk about it. And Johnny's like, no, we're going to talk about this. And Johnny was like, this is bullshit. And he was the only one really, well, yeah, Johnny was he's the most, like, I would say stable one of the triquetra of Tinfoil Hat. Johnny's the best. He's like the foundation. He's the rock, man. And he was the only one giving this guy pushback. Like, dude, you're saying all sorts of crazy shit. And I could tell there was some angst in Johnny, like, nah, dude, fuck this guy. That's what he wanted to say. He didn't say that, but I could tell he's like, fuck this guy, man. I'm calling him out. Like, we ain't just gonna, like, skip past this and go home and call it a day and another one in the books, guys. Like, let's not talk about how he just literally came in here like a machine gun, shots fired. So I respect on Johnny for that one. And Sam, man, you sly motherfucker trying to... I love them all, dude. I love them all. So, but yeah, dude, go listen to the episode. 7 Seas, you fucking suck. It almost makes me, though, because I've always heard, and I learned it from Howard Stern, that bad publicity is good publicity. That's how Stern became like a millionaire, doing his American dream job, which was talk radio, was being like shock jock. So, hey, wellness company, I know you're CIA. Funded or whatever. If you ever want a sponsor, I'll do it. That way, people think I'm Illuminati and my channel blows up and I can actually quit my day job and get a better car than a 97 Pontiac. I mean, as long as I'm not like sacrificing babies or nothing, all you want me to do is sell coffee. I love coffee. Yeah, dude. Bad publicity is good publicity. Blow my channel up. I need to make a fucking living, dude. I work at a corner store gas station making $13 an hour, dude. I'm broke. Alright. I'm just fucking around, though. I had to just talk about it, man. I love y'all. The title for this is going to be amazing. I already know it. Y'all have a good day.